Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I am called to come back and speak to you, to say hello, and to discuss a few ideas. One of them is that we have to really focus on the inner light as much as possible. When we turn our mind towards the inside or the invisible world, there's all kind of magic that is going on. As long as our mind is just looking on the shadows on the cavern, on the wall of the cavern of Plato, we're just commenting on shadows and illusion of the outside world. It's interesting to see it decomposed, but do not get involved emotionally in the drama, and do not blame the projector, those who projecting all those things. If they're projecting, it's because there is still people looking at this thing. They want to see this kind of show. They want to experience this 3D. They want to experience the fear, the doubt, the guilt, the shame, the blame. But we're moving into the fifth dimension where joy, happiness, creativity, freedom, and harmony will be the new base for our existence. And so, for we cannot go backward. And when something is out, the cat is out of the bag, it's out of the bag. Or it's like the Pandora's box. It's like nothing can. We cannot turn our consciousness. We cannot fake the fact that we do not know something if something has been revealed to us. It's like we can go back in sleeping mode. And yet there is, with time, we don't need as much to collect information. At the beginning, we feel like we need to collect as much information to fill the gap, fill the hole, to get like a puzzle. But at some point, we realize that this is complete. The puzzle is complete, and we're just staying in the moment present and receive moment by moment. And very often I was like doing something in the physical, and then I've been connecting to my presence, my guides, and for like decades. And so now I'm getting clear messages whenever God wants or Spirit wants to address me. They're very clear about it. They do not take. And so, but sometimes I was just doing something in the physical world, and I'm receiving something from the Creator, and so I'm like something wonderful. And before I would just continue to do what I'm doing and say, well, thank you. I just like, well, nice. But now I just stop and I try to milk it. I try to feel it more. I try to enjoy it more. I'm more like ecstatic in gratitude for what is being communicated to me. And so, yes, since once we become aware of something, we cannot go back into the past. We cannot return into the past. So we may as well accept it and get on with the program, to become flexible enough to be submissive to the inner light, because we have to voluntarily submit our will to the will of love, to the will of wisdom, to stay in our heart and to be well connected to the heart, and has to be voluntary. God will not force us to can accept or reject any part of the divine plan. Fortunately, I choose to accept it all, and but seek it from within. It's only from within that we'll be able to change the situation. And the fifth dimension will be the consciousness of immortality, and we'll be living still on the earth in the physical, on a parallel dimension. Will still be mostly visible by those in 3D. Maybe we'll be able to vanish also, but from their view, from their vision, to accelerate our frequency. But the thing is, it will be a parallel dimension. It will be those who will be, because we need to expurge, because this 3D is like hell. We could not hell, but very difficult. And then the 4D is like bliss, and like in the fourth dimension is this time period where we transmute all the and for a while we're going to be living with a lot of people that are still in 3D, and they will be suffering. We'll be there to assist them, but we do not want to suffer with them. It's very, very important. And understand there is the wind of change. The wind of change blows straight into the wings of time. This is the wind of change. The wind has turned, and so let the light is penetrating the darkness everywhere. And I understand, accept the fact, to acknowledge mentally at least, that there could be no separation. No separation, just one consciousness, one life, one truth. Everything is an extension of you. Everything is part of life. We are part of life. We can never be excluded from life, although sometimes also we feel like we would be excluded. God is sending us back to inside or something. We lose certain things outside or whatever. But we always included within life, and life comes from us. We are the creator of it all. So we may as well. To become a higher self, we need that knows all, that sees all, that accepts all, that loves all. Not sees all in the universal sense, but to know all that is meaningful. And so we getting this permanent connection to our source, to our Creator. And we do need to respect all living being, to make peace with this matrix, to make peace with the 3D, not to those individualized consciousness that were created for the experience of separation. Although we don't now, we're moving back to the state of unity, and. But we do need to make peace with all the old earths, all the past and all that, becoming a higher self, and realize our bone is like the structure of our physical body. It holds a memory, just as the stone and the mineral and the crystals hold all kinds of memory. Very soon we're going to learn a lot more about the crystals. In terms of the matrix, that's like the domination of the deep state, or whatever we want to call it. It's really over. It's really close to over. It's like the Europe and the United States will come, Canada, and will come out victorious at the end. But there's a big purge that needs to be done. And because battle after battle after battle, the light is winning and winning and winning, which was not always the case during the past millennia. And they're losing more and more ground. So it's about reparation and preparation. Because at some point, right now there's this big storm of consciousness, but at some point we're going to be able to pause. It's like when there is a hurricane, you don't go into the hurricane and say, well, I'm going to check out what's going on. It's like, no, you let it pass. First, I've experienced a hurricane in Miami. It's like you hide, humbly hide, and let the storm pass. Then you come back and you assess the damage and you see what needs to be done. But the new world that will be recreated will be far greater. Understand that everything is in the capable hands of God. Not to doubt that is really one of the source of the great problem, is that we do not trust the life reality into the higher function, higher mind, higher frequency. And so this will come because the program of the evolution of God is eternal, and we are eternal souls. Sometimes we do not understand the relationship between present experience and many lifetime or future lifetime. But and understand that God is the truest part of you. There is no. We're made of many parts, but your God self is the most real part of you. It's about holding on to the values of the heart and to be in unconditional love. It's the key to the unconditional love. Is the key to the awareness of the inner divinity and the truth of divinity, because it leads to divine love. For we practice unconditional love and we receive divine love whenever we are in the receptive mode, and but we have to follow this voice of the heart, to follow the guidance, to be patient, to be courageous, and to be flexible, to let go of all the judgment you have on yourself or others. This whole matrix and the whole because it's all just an extension of you. The more you accept that, the more you can change it from within. Until there is a separation, there is a lack of empowerment in relationship to any outside forces. So it's about becoming one within and getting your power from within, changing the reality from within, and cultivating love, joy, creativity, humor, and sharing. And we're all here to share. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so very much for your donations. It's really helping me still right now, but I'm very eager to be able to move into the next step. It's going to be very exciting. I'm seeing it. It's going to be a great deal of freedom and the ability to assess the world on a higher level, on a more physical plane. I'm going to pull a few cards. The observer of the day is the new vision. It's like all the old is disempowered. Everything, the tree is really being shaken down. In the past is the politics, is the mask, is the snake, is all the ego mind will create all kinds of confusion. So see behind the mask, there is God, there is the light of God behind on the deepest level. Everybody's got that. But already do not let yourself be deceived by people that are wearing masks and they're actually snake inside. Where we are now is the creator, the empowerment. It is a phase of empowerment. This period until the August 12, on the August 8, it will be the apex with a great deal of empowerment. And in the future, we're going to be able to let go of all kinds of judgment. Here, it's called morality. We need to be morally, there's a great deal of moral bankruptcy in this civilization that we live. So it's not about letting go of your principle, it's about letting go of the need to judge and condemn people for whatever they're doing. What's important is to realize that whatever that we see negative, we have to address it within, so we positive it within. We create a positive attitude in relationship to that. Even sometimes it is painful to see all this suffering that is being created by ignorance. It is important to be detached there is still a little bit of fighting within. Eventually, we have to let go of the fight. And on the outside world, the fear have been overcome, and there is really a lot of things that we used to be afraid of. Now we're like, just we're gonna do it anyway. It's like there is really nothing to fear. So in relationship to this judgment, it's about tuning into the higher frequency and to this natural mystic energy that is coming to be. It's about being kind with yourself, welcoming the new energy with softness. We have to take care of it. It's like we are reborn inside, so it's like taking care of this newborn baby, this newborn child inside that is our spiritual self. And for inside there is beyond illusion. It's a new beginning. It is the card of the judgment. It's like very soon the last trumpet will ring and everything will change forever. But for now it's like people are still have the right to believe whatever they want. So let them believe. Sometimes it's better to let them believe. So the tiger of fear, tiger of fear is success, is public success. So it's going to be really nice to accept that, to accept this public success, accept that the doors to the world open. How do we make our leap into the future? Through the sun, through the innocence, through the empowerment. What does the tiger of fear look like? It's harmony. Do not, because we've been so comfortable with disharmony that we've lost the ability to be in acceptance of harmony. And our heart will call us to the chord. Eventually, we're going to have to drop all the chords, everything that are waiting upon us. At which point, the universe, so there is all then it's the kind of the universe, the great completion, the finality of the finality. And so all of that will happen. We just need to let go of whatever's left, to the little things, the little details that needs to be worked out, and the universe will greatly assist. There is much that can be. There will be. There is. This very powerful full moon that we experience is also assisting. So it's like, but sometimes if we agitate it, we need to return to serenity and pay more attention, give more power to the joy, the bliss, the positive energy that comes from your inspiration, intuition, or dreams, or whatever. Then the astral beings that are trying to play out game in your mind, or the outside world that is still involved in drama, but everything is moving according to plan in reality. Well, I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that went through my head, and it's a bit what put me this song in my head. It was a sign like I have to make videos, so here I am. And so it's always a pleasure to communicate on those subjects, and it's a pleasure. I thank you very much for your presence, for listening here. And so I'm going to finish with this song. It's called Natural Mystic. It goes like this. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. If you listen carefully, now you will hear. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be now. Won't tell no lie. One and all got to face reality now. Though I try to find the answer to all the questions they ask, though I know it's impossible, living through the past, don't tell no lie. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air, can't keep them down. If you listen carefully, now you will hear. Such a natural mystic blowing through the air. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. Won't tell no lie. If you listen carefully, now you will hear. Such a natural mystic blowing through the air. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. Bob Marley, great prophet. He showed many things in his music. He tried to awaken humanity. He knew it wasn't the time for full enlightenment, but he prepared the ground, he prepared the terrain. The observer of the day is serenity, remaining peace, serene. The highest wisdom is destiny, to be ready, to get ready for your destiny, to put on your creator shoes. What needs to be understood is recomfort, to find a way to recomfort, to reassure ourselves, to find security, well-being, comfort. Continue to ask that. We deserve that, although we've been through a time where there was a great deal of fear that was expurged. What we need to do is to continue to request, ask and you will be given. Be curious about the spiritual things and the spiritual things of the spirit, and they will reveal to themselves to you. The more you are curious, the more, even if it doesn't reveal like that, like on the internet, you push a button and poof, it comes down. You ask, and then when you're ready, the spirit says, he wants to know that. Very good, very good. And then the answer is being prepared to come down. And the outcome will be action, divine action, and the blue fire of divine will and power. Integrity. So we're getting ready to move into action. I hope you're having a good day. I thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.